Oh, I don't know what a raptor's. Don't they like tick?
No, they go, oh, oh.
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 Dun, 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 dun,
Demonetized. And welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben.
And I'm Kay.
And today we are reviewing Netflix's and Universal's animated series called Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous.
Set against the timeline of the blockbuster film Jurassic World, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous follows a group of 6 teenagers trapped at a new adventure camp on the opposite side of the island. When the events of the film unfold and dinosaurs are unleashed across the island, each kid realizes their very survival rests on the shoulders of themselves and their fellow campers. Unable to reach the outside world, our 6 teens will go from strangers to friends to family as they band together to survive the dinosaurs and uncover hidden secrets so deep they threaten the world itself.
Cool. So I've got Kirsten with me for this review because she hasn't done an animated series review with us before, and as you're not a massive fan of anime or animation in general, it's not really your thing that you go to watch, I thought it would be interesting having Kay with me to see what she thought of this series. So before I go what I liked and what I didn't, let's get Kay's opinion.
So let's just clarify that a little bit. I did actually have a lot of animated series that I thoroughly enjoyed when the kids were little. And this one actually reminded me a little bit of Dora the Explorer. Which I'm really sorry, because I know Dora the Explorer, like my children were like, but Mom, Dora was like 2D, this is 3D. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I enjoyed this.
Why are you looking at me? This is your opinion.
Oh, okay. Right, let me get my opinion on. I enjoyed this. I thought it was really well pitched. In a way. There is an issue with that. But in terms of the animation style, I thought it was really well pitched at younger kids, at a younger audience, and still at the same time, it would appeal to the parents who are probably having to watch it with their kids. The things that I really liked about it that other people might have had issue with was that it was quite simple in its animation style. So the people seemed to be more simple than the backgrounds. And I guess maybe when you're trying to showcase the dinosaurs, you're showcasing this environment that they're in, that can be a bit, it can overwhelm the characters, but it almost felt like something that they did on purpose. The way that they animated the characters was less detailed than the way they animated the world. So there was this one shot where we had an animation of like the moon over water rippling, and it was like real. It was so good. And then you see the characters and you wouldn't be able to lip read what they're saying because their mouths aren't moving exactly as they should. And unless it's a facial close-up, you don't get much detail on the faces, which was interesting choice, I think. I think it's exciting right from the beginning. There's like a main character that you know a little bit more about initially, and he sort of carries the narrative, and I quite like that. Because you get a bit of backstory, so you care about the characters before you've even kind of met them all. Exciting enough and enticing enough that it caused our 15-year-old son to stop gaming and come and sit down and watch for the last 4 episodes. So that says a lot, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Picking up on that. The one thing that he kept repeating, he kept going, this is for kids?
Yeah.
Because the animation is simplistic in its humanoid form, so the characters, they look very mannequin, but when you go on the close-ups, there's more emotion there, as you mentioned, with freckles and mouth movements, which when you're close up on the dinosaurs or even far out, I thought the dinosaurs looked really fantastic.
Yeah.
But then you have some landscapes, like for some reason Jurassic World has massively manicured grass, like just everywhere. There are sections where there's rocks.
Herbivores, right?
They're all like lawnmowers and cut it to like exactly like.
Of course they do.
And that takes you a bit out of the realism because it just looks a bit fake of the grass. And then you have moments where, like in the normal Jurassic Park films where characters die in interesting ways. That happens, but you don't see it. So it's definitely PG. But if you watch the original Jurassic Park film, You remember, there's quite some graphic things there.
Yeah.
And that's what I quite liked about this series. They weren't afraid to actually go a bit darker, definitely darker than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Especially the latter episodes. Once you find out a bit more about the team, and they're more of a team, because you have all these kids from different backgrounds. You have the rich kid, you have the science kid, you have other kids which I won't mention because of story plot spoilers. And then you have the kid that just loves dinosaurs, and you have that one that kind of brings them together. And once you get past all of that kind of backstories, and I have to say, some of the backstories are quite sad. And so that brings more weight to the storyline. So once you get to that bit, it develops into what I think is a really nice nod to Jurassic Park fans. And this slips in nicely in the first film. So while the events of the first film are happening, they're on the other side of the island, Isla Nublar, and they come into contact with the sequence of events that happened during the first film. So it really gives you a sense of, oh, this is really nicely incorporated into the whole world. There's the score that's fantastically
so
edited.
good,
Whenever you hear it, you can't help going, nee, nee, nee. And there are other moments that you will know that are not through the other films, not just this Jurassic World, but the original raptor moments, T-Rex moments, that kind of, all of those moments that you expect to see, a chase with a T-Rex, that kind of thing that is just goes hand in hand with a Jurassic Park film that you expect now to see. I kind of wish that they would keep it going this way, because the new films haven't been met that well. That there's been split. Some people love them, some people hate them, but there's definitely been more hate of late for the real world films. Although I'm really excited to see the next film, because we got the band back, Sam Neill. We just recently saw them doing a little sing-a-thon.
That was funny.
And that's exciting to me. If the script is good,
Jeff Goldblum and Sam Neill.
And Sam Neill. So there are 8 episodes. There are 20 minutes apiece. They're very easy to get through. You might have some issues with the animation, but I actually think families, anybody that's a fan of the Jurassic Park films, I think you'll enjoy this as a family. I would say be careful watching with really young ones, because there are some really tense moments, as there should be. So I'm so glad that they did go that way, because it gives adults like, oh wow, this is darker than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's a PG, so I don't know that there was much blood, if any at all. They don't generally show the dying or the deaths, but the story is there. The story is a lot of fun, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get another season. Yeah. So let us know in the comments below. Are you excited about this? Will you be watching it? Which is your favorite Jurassic Park film apart from the first one? Because the first one has to be your favorite.
According to you.
According to the rule of the Jurassic Park universe.
Right.
Yes. Which one is your favorite? I hope you enjoy this, because I was surprised. I was very skeptical of this when I saw the trailer coming out, and then I was happily surprised by actually how good this is. So I'm going to give this a B+.
Okay. I concur. I don't know. Just leave me out.
Okay, I'm not leaving you out. Thanks so much for watching this review, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.